Once again, the council members in the Motherlands have gotten a crazy idea that affects us. It's obvious that they will never give up on their overall agenda of getting the Northlands to surrender and become part of their empire. Since they know they can never succeed as long as I'm the ruler of this country, they have decided to prep for the future. How? I asked, and received one of Khan's "don't interrupt me" glares. The council has decided to host a summer summit for future leaders of the world. They've asked that we send 5 representatives from the Northlands. What do they mean by future leaders? We all know that Thor will be your successor. Khan, who was slowly circling the table with his hands clasped at his back, stopped and addressed Aubrey. You're right, except now that we have elections in the Northlands, that's not guaranteed. The point is that the council has invited us to a summit for future leaders of the world. They say that their aim for the summit is to provide an opportunity for future leaders in the Motherlands, Northlands, and Old Europe to establish bonds of friendships among the next generation of leaders. Freya tilted her head and opened her mouth, but Khan held up a hand to stop his daughter. Save your questions. First, you'll listen to the information that we have. She closed her mouth and folded her hands on the table in front of her. From the invitation, we know that the summit will take place in August, 8 months from now. It will last a full week. Every participant must be between 12 and 18 years old for the first summit in August. The same 5 representatives from each nation are expected to meet every summer over the coming years to continuously develop friendships and bond across the borders. Magni took over. The invitation also states that the honor of hosting the summit will rotate between the 3 nations. That means that every 3 years, we'll be having the summit here in the Northlands. You want the 5 of us to go? My twin sister's excitement didn't surprise me, as Aubrey had been adventurous since the day she was born. Unlike us 5 teenagers all sitting at the table, Khan and Magni were moving around the room. My uncle had a pissed-off expression on his face when he spoke. Yes, of course I want you 5 to go. Why else would I have brought you in here to discuss the summit? You're not pleased. Freya's words weren't a question. She was stating the obvious, and her father answered with a huff. No, I'm not fucking pleased. I'm the sole ruler of the Northlands, and I don't see the need for you youngsters to sit around and discuss your plans for taking over world power. Khan stuffed his hands under his armpits and lowered his chin with his eyebrows drawn close. My first reaction was to tell the council to fuck off, but your mother says I'm overreacting and that this is a good thing. It's rare that I agree with Pearl, but she does have a point, Magni's voice rumbled. This is an opportunity for us to position us Northlanders as the future leaders of the world. The Motlanders and Europeans might want bonds of friendship, but we Northlanders want influence. I nodded my head and folded my fist. That's right. It's about time they start listening to us. Are you sure the Europeans want friendship? Freya asked in a calm voice. From what I've heard from Jonah, they haven't been forthcoming. They lied when they were first found and made it sound like there were a few thousand of them. That whole survival story of 38 scientists in survival bunkers turned out to be false. I wouldn't trust them to be my friends with the amount of lies they've already told the council. That's right, Aubrey broke in. The Europeans knew they weren't alone in the world, and yet they still didn't seek out contact. Khan lowered his hands from his armpits. You're right to be suspicious of them. They might be the smallest group, but from what I've heard, they are cunning people. Do they even speak English? Thor asked. I thought they spoke French and nothing else. I don't know, but you'll find out in 8 months, Khan said and returned to his desk. Thor, I want you to prepare any way you can. When you go to that summer camp, you'll be the strongest, sharpest, and fiercest leader the world has ever seen. And the rest of you will make sure to back him up and gather as much intel as you can. I gave a solemn nod to my cousin, letting Thor know that he could count on me. I can't wait. It's bound to be epic. Aubrey's face was lit with excitement. Maybe we can visit Finn and Athena while we're in the Motherlands. Or Shelley and Marco, Freya added. Yeah, I'm sure that can all be arranged. Khan gave a wave of his hand. But there's one thing I need to make absolutely clear. We all went quiet.